Let's talk about patience. My name is Greg Clunis, and you are watching GREGG TV. Let's talk about patience. More specifically, let's talk about being patient with the people around us. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because relationships matter. The relationships you have with the people that are closest to you is an important factor in determining your levels of happiness, in determining your ability to perform throughout life and the opportunities that you'll have. And just, it's a good thing to do. It matters. So when we are not patient with the people that are around us, we put ourselves in a position to damage those relationships. And that's not a good place to be. So in today's episode, I want to talk about how we can be more patient with the people in our lives, whether they be coworkers, employees, employers, spouses, kids, parents, aunts, uncles, person across the street, whoever it is. How can we be more patient with them? That's the goal. And here's how. There's a few things that we can do. Number one, we have to remember that they are not us. We are not them. They have different values. They have different experiences. They have different desires in life. Just because we want them to do something because we know it'll benefit their life does not mean that they want to do that thing. And if it's in a career situation and we're asking for something and they seem to be struggling with it, we need to remember that just because we think we could do it better or we could handle that situation better does not mean that they can. We need to remember that they are not us. If we can do that, then we can really be empathetic to their situation. If we can understand who they are and what they're interested in, then we can start to create situations where we no longer have a reason to be impatient. And what I mean by that is this. If you know that the person that you are with, that you care about, values a certain set of things and not a certain set of other things, then there's no longer a reason to be impatient. If we know that they do not value going to the gym, for example, we shouldn't be impatient with them about going to the gym. That's not what they care about. If we know that at work they have other things on their mind than the task that we've given them, we shouldn't be impatient. We should be empathetic to their situation. And then from that point of view, find a way to integrate what we want with what they want. So that's the first step. Learn to realize that you are not the other person and they are not you. They cannot execute the way you can, and you can't execute the way they can. And then the second thing that we can do is start to understand that really there's no reason to be impatient. We have time. And what I mean by we have time is that the things that we do, Gary Vaynerchuk says a lot of times in his new book that 99% of the things we do don't matter. And that's true. I really honestly believe that. 99% does not matter. Most of the times we get impatient and frustrated and stressed with other people about things that just don't matter that much. At the end of the day, what matters more is the quality of the relationship you have with that person. So if you are getting impatient with them, if you're getting frustrated with them, if you're getting stressed about them not doing the thing you want, and you're putting pressure on that relationship, you really need to step back and say, does this really matter? Is this worth hurting the relationship for? Is this worth damaging what we've built together? Because if it's not, and in most cases it's not going to, in 99% of cases it will not matter, then that's when you need to kind of wonder whether or not it's worth it to really be impatient about this thing. Yes, you can bring it up. Yes, you can talk to them about it. Yes, you can express how important it is to you. But if that's still not working, then wouldn't it make more sense to stop being impatient over it, take on the task yourself if it's urgent, and save that relationship? So those are the two things I would consider if I was trying to be more patient with people. And personally, I do need to work on this myself. We all have this issue. So those are my two tips. Love to hear what you have to say. Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. This has been episode 3 of GREGG TV. Tune in tomorrow when we'll talk about something else. Later.